Hey guys, Becky here with Design Bundles, and I'm super excited to have you join me today because we have a really great hack for you for Cricut Design Space. We are going to talk about creating our own templates using just your Cricut cutting mat. Alright guys, so here we are in Cricut Design Space, and this is just a blank canvas. This is a blank work area. But let me show you what we're going to do. We're going to go to Upload. Now I've taken a few photos just using the camera on my phone, and I have all of my photos on my phone backed up to Google Photos, so I'm easily able to go in and download photos after I upload them to the cloud. So that's what you see here. I have these two photos. We'll just bring them in one at a time. And there's nothing special about these photos other than we're going to use them for sizing. So you don't have to worry about erasing the background. You don't have to worry about, really doing it as a print and cut. But we are going to set it as a print and cut image. That way it will show the image in our work area. Okay. So I'm going to use this one first just because it's the one that I clicked on first, and then we will show you the other one also. But it's basically the same process for either one. You're just going to bring them in as photos, and then we're going to use them for sizing in Cricut Design Space. Now I can choose to bring these in together or one at a time, so it's whatever works best for you. I am going to go ahead and bring them in together just so that way we are ready and they are there for us. Now because they're photos, they do come in rather large, so we're going to go ahead and size these down just until we're ready to work with them. We'll size them down to 8 inches. Now you may be asking me, Becky, you said we were going to make our own templates today. And yes, that's absolutely true. What I'm talking about is being able to crop this down because the inside of your cutting mat here is 12 by 12. Okay, so regardless of anything else that you see in the picture, you know that from point to point inside your cutting mat, the sticky area is a 12 by 12 square. So what that means is I want to draw a square, and I'm going to change it from a basic cut to a score. That way we can see through it. And I am going to attempt, you really want to try to get your picture at an angle to where you can line it up like this, okay? So if you can get straight above your photo, then that is ideally what we're going for. Now, I did pretty good on this one. You can tell by the dotted line that I'm really running right there about even with the inside of my cutting mat. So I can select both of these, and I'm going to choose Slice. Because I actually don't need the rest of the photo, and I don't need the square after I cut it. Now let's go ahead and we can repeat the same over here. Now this one, it looks like isn't quite as lined up, but I still think it's going to be a good photo. So again, we're going to change it to a score, and then we want to line it up the best that we can. Now this one I can rotate a little bit, and it'll line up a little bit better. So then we will select this and choose Slice, and then delete out the parts that we don't need. Okay, now why am I going to all this trouble for? Well, because now, since we've cropped this down to just our 12 by 12 area, let's zoom out first. If I click on this image and change it to a 12 by 12 image, then that means correspondingly that the item on top of the image, the item that's portrayed in this image, is also going to be at least approximately the correct size. Now, the reason that that's true is because if, again, the inside of that mat is 12 by 12, I crop down my image to only include the inside of that mat, then my item should then also be at least almost true to size. Now, what's the point of doing this? The point of doing this is, now on the left-hand side, you see we have a little drawstring bag. And it's true, you can just take a tape measure and you can measure that and determine what size to make your design. And roughly the same over here. But every now and then, guys, you will have items that you need to either really get your design placed perfect, or maybe you're just a visual person and you need to be able to look at photos like this. Whatever helps you in your crafting, that is what this is here for. Not everybody will need this, not everybody will use this, but I feel like, it's kind of my job. It's kind of my job to help you think outside the box and to learn how to do these sorts of things to get the most out of your machine, the most out of your crafting, more importantly, the most out of your time and materials. All right, because this can definitely save you time and materials. So what are we going to do after we have these sized? Well, for example, over here, maybe I want to monogram those. Now, those are just some inexpensive headphones that I scored on Amazon. But of course, my daughter goes through headphones like nobody's business. So I want to maybe put her initial on them so that the next time she takes them someplace, we might be able to keep track of them. There we go. And maybe I want to put a heart on the other side. Whatever I want to put on them is what's going to go on there. And that is not affected by trying to do this as a template. Like I said, the template is just really for sizing. Okay, so there we go. And then maybe over here, I want to do a little a thank you. Say I'm going to sell this to a customer. This is just a little drawstring bag, but I've made her some jewelry and it's tucked away inside. So let's see. We do have some pretty awesome little things that we can put on there. So there we go. So now instead of just being a regular plain drawstring bag, it can be a cute little accessory that maybe that accents the style of jewelry that she purchased, or maybe something that she can use to regift, or maybe she did purchase this, he or she purchased this as a gift. So there's tons of reasons why you would want to be able to do small things like this. And these are just two really cute and very simple examples of what you can do using this type of hack. Now, of course, once you're done setting up your design, you can go ahead and delete the pictures because we're not actually going to cut or print those. We're just strictly using those for sizing. So delete those out of the way and then proceed on with your project. So guys, how did you feel about learning how to create your own templates in Cricut Design Space? Now, I think it's a really, really useful tool. It's great for sizing your projects and determining, what size your material needs to be. You can also use it to create your own mock-up so that you can show your customers or just get a feel for what colors you want to use. And, of course, if you have any questions or comments, make sure you leave those down below. I do love hearing from you guys. And, of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, maybe share with a crafty friend. All of that really helps to support our little channel here and keep us going. So I do appreciate it, guys. I just want to thank you again. We're going to wrap it up for today, but we'll see you next time.